Let's not fall into bad habits and let another insurance policy go by without review. Our offices are open and our licensed agents are available to shop your policy coverage and prices with dozens of insurance companies. Phone, email, 24-hour chat, or a good old-fashioned face-to-face meeting. We offer it all. Home, auto, business, and life. The Burns Agency has been a trusted, full-service insurance solution in your community since 1932. There's no better time to start saving than today. The Burns Agency, Norwich, Dayville, or online at burnsagency.com.
Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
The flagship for Griswold Sports.
Now 33% more Christmasier than last year.
SNSN.
All right. Good morning, everybody. It's Friday. It's Friday. And it's the last Friday of 2021.
What you just heard was a mime singing Sound of Silence.
Sound of silence. So 2021 is about ready to go.
Goodbye.
Are we?
Goodbye and good riddance.
And 2022 is going to be so much better.
It's going to be great, huh? Whoa. I can hardly wait.
We said that back at 20. That didn't work.
Yeah, exactly. January 1st, 2021, everybody was like, oh my God, thank God it's over.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it's not over.
Yeah. It's not over at all.
We got the Delta variant. We got the Omicron variant.
Can
We're
we
going
make
to come
any
up with the Gamma
predictions?
variant.
I predict
Kappa variant.
the data, the data Zelta.
Data the Android variant.
Yeah. The
I
Zelda
predict-
video game variant.
There you go.
Yeah.
I predict we need 2 more boosters.
2 more, huh?
I predict they're just going to keep guessing. I think we'll give them another booster, and then 6 months down the road, how about one more booster? Yeah, no, those aren't boosters.
New Year 2036. Hey, Chris, what are you doing? I'm going to get my 17th booster today.
Woo-hoo!
Yeah.
Plus the pill.
Ready to go.
Plus the pill.
I hope you guys enjoy that because I don't think I'll be here.
You know what? Maybe.
Real
Just
funny.
maybe.
I won't be able to walk. 2036.
Maybe the shot, Paul, is making you
Oh,
immortal.
maybe I'm
That's
going
right.
back. Maybe my age is
I
going
wrote that
backwards.
movie.
Yeah, we don't even know yet.
Yeah, I wrote that
Huh?
movie. I wrote that movie.
Did you really?
Yeah, mass virus kills off most of the population of the planet, and the cure makes them immortal.
So the only people going to be left on Earth is the old people.
That's it.
Some guy with canes, hey, you son of a bitch. Get off my lawn. Back when I was, you thought COVID was something. Ha! Wait do you see what I can do?
I'll stab you with my pitchfork.
So anybody have any resolutions for 2022? You know what mine is? Ha, 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 ha.
Yeah.
Staying alive.
Make
Staying
it to
alive.
2023.
Ha, ha. Make it to 2023. That's it. That's about it. I didn't have any resolutions, and it's funny too because I've seen an internet meme and a couple other things, and people were saying nobody is claiming 2022 is going to be their year.
That's it.
It is not going to be their year. Do you think it's going to be your year, Paul?
No, I don't think so.
No, just another year trying to stay alive.
That's it.
How about you? And any resolution? What do you think? I mean, do you think your life is going to be any better in 2022 than it is in 2021 or even 2020?
I'll say that I'm hoping that it'll be better in 2022.
There's nothing wrong with having dreams.
That's it.
That's true, man. That is very, very true. It's nothing-
Platinum Gear set some goals for 2022,
Uh-huh.
but those can all be shut down with another variant.
How are things with Platinum Gear Productions?
Well, actually, they're pretty good. We had a meeting the other night, and it went really well. We're developing a new business model,
Okay.
and we're going to start producing a whole bunch of films.
Like what?
A lot of shorts.
Yeah.
We're shooting for 1 to 2 shorts a month.
Yep.
We've got a couple of the scripts are out in the film circuit right now, the film festival circuit.
I saw one that you had put.
Yeah, I'm excited about that one because that's a cash award.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
Very nice.
I'll know on January 8th.
January 8th.
Yeah, but those scripts are going to be converted over to full-length features that we're going to start doing. So you're going to see us generating a lot more movies to watch.
Good.
Yeah. So I'm excited.
Good. That's very good. I'm glad to hear that.
We're not dead yet.
No. I never thought you guys were dead or anything. I guess personally, I was surprised that, there were a lot of things you guys weren't doing.
Mm-hmm.
But because this is such a tough climate.
Yep.
To stay alive in, when it comes to, being in business, it's very, very tough. And I'm sure other people can vouch for that too, that are in business or somebody they work for, that they're having a hard time.
Mm-hmm.
Just staying, in the restaurant industry, which I don't understand. They're saying they're taking a hit, but everywhere I go seems to be pretty damn busy.
Yes, it is.
It's the resignation generation. All their wait staff is quitting.
Yeah, I mean, I it seems to me like everybody's pretty busy.
Mm-hmm. Well, part of it is the fact that they're low in staff, which means that it takes longer to, what's the word I'm looking for? Rotate the table.
Get them in, get them out.
Right.
Yeah.
It's going to take longer, which means that
You're going to turn the table over quicker. Right.
Turning it over. That's what I was thinking. Thank you,
I
Mike.
tried to get a reservation at one of the restaurants down to the Mohegan Sun.
McDonald's doesn't do reservations.
No,
How many
no,
times
no.
have I told you?
There isn't one.
You walk in, you get a burger full, you're out.
Yes,
I mean,
you're in the ball
restaurants
pit.
down there that have any open reservations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Well, especially for New Year's.
yeah. It was like I think the earliest to get is 3:15 in the afternoon. Who the hell
Mhm.
wants to eat that time? But
And I think that their reservations have changed too, where they might have reserved tables, 2 tables per hour. Now they're doing 1 table per hour,
Yeah.
again, because of staffing shortages.
yeah. Plus the concert.
That's my feeling.
Plus the concert down there canceled.
oh, the Beach Boys.
Beach
Yeah.
Boys canceled. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, even, I mean, what's the big tradition on New Year's Eve for a lot of people? It's Chinese food, isn't it?
And drinking.
And
I'm not
drinking.
even think so much about that.
we were invited to go out to dinner
Yeah.
tonight. But Melissa and I talked about it. I'm like, you got $150
Yeah.
to go out for dinner? Just after and we looked at each other and went, no.
Well,
So I think we're gonna end up just doing Chinese tonight.
Yeah.
So it was a nice invitation, but
Well, that's what I mean.
Yep.
You think that
I'm wary of going out too. You know what I mean? On New Year's Eve.
I think
never
the
know.
population of stupids goes way up on nights like
Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah, if you go out early though, it shouldn't be too bad. It's when you get into the later evening hours,
Mhm.
11, 12 o'clock.
You know when I'm going out to eat?
Where?
About 9 o'clock this morning.
That's right. Breakfast.
Going to
That's
breakfast.
about it.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
All right. Ask Chris anything. Anybody have any questions? Ask Chris anything. I mean, you can literally ask him anything. We've had some wild
Yeah,
questions.
I may not know the answer, but I'll make it up.
You'll make it up, and it'll be up to you to decide whether or not he's telling the truth or
I've had
not.
2 cups of coffee, so my responses should be
Pretty on point.
pretty good.
Yeah. So, Roxana. Oh, good morning, Roxana. I haven't seen you in a
Hello.
while. Hello. She said for New Year's Eve, she invited her. I invited myself to my living room in my pajamas.
Sweet. Hope you show up.
Very good.
Probably won't even wait for the ball to drop.
Oh no.
I can't. I don't think I've seen the ball drop in like 3 years.
Yeah,
I'll be snoring by 7:30.
Yeah, we saw it drop last year, but that was
Did
the
you
first,
really?
the first time in about 2-3 years.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Plus, New York, I think, is limited to they're keeping it down.
Yeah, it's
right?
like 15,000 or
That's
something
it.
like that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just not the same anymore.
No.
So ask Chris anything. That's one thing. You can pop your question in the group. We would love to know what if you have any questions for 2022, perhaps.
That's right.
right.
I have 2022 predictions.
That's
so-
right. And answers.
Yeah,
and
yep.
answers. They're not predictions with you, Chris.
No.
No,
They're
mine are
answers.
typically answers.
They're
Yes.
answers.
They're right on point.
Mhm.
Again, they may not be correct, but
What?
What? What?
So yeah, ask Chris
it's a
anything.
secret.
And also, do you happen to have a New Year's resolution, Paul? Do you happen to have a New Year's resolution?
No.
Nothing. You nothing, right?
Never even
You-
thought of one.
Not even going to say, I'm going to use my silver sneakers benefit from insurance and go to the gym.
It doesn't do any good because all the gyms are closed.
No,
This is true.
And
No,
silver,
there's-
in silver sneakers now, you got to pay.
the one up in Norwich. What is it? Planet Fitness.
Still
They're
got
open.
to pay.
Well, of course you got to pay.
No, with silver sneakers, you used to get it for free.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Now I get it.
What
back.
What kind of restrictions do gyms have? I mean, are you supposed to wear a mask the whole time you're there? You're supposed to wipe down each piece of equipment
Well,
after
you
you're
always
done
had
with
to
it?
do that. You always had to do that.
You always have to wipe it down, but
Well, a lot of guys just take a
masks
towel
are-
and wipe their sweat off it. Now, do they need to spray it down with some kind of antiviral?
well, you can over when Planet. What was the fitness place in
Anywhere.
Anytime Fitness
Yeah.
down in Lisbon?
Mm-hmm.
Even before the pandemic, they had sterilized wipes
Okay.
where you go over, you pull them off, and you'd wipe the machine down before.
Yeah.
This was before,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I can't speak to any other gym. I know there's a gym in the Slater Mill Mall.
Yeah. In the
I-
basement.
Yeah, I don't know,
Yeah.
what their policy is. Haven't been in there.
No.
It's not in the basement, dude. Remember that one spot we looked at? They were above us. You imagine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
As soon as I heard that, I went,
That's a no.
yeah. And that's a place too that's not exactly eager to rent out their spots.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So they could care less if they can bring tenants in or not, to be honest with you.
Well, hey.
You go over there and they don't want to talk to you. Or they do, and then they go, all right, we'll get back to you. And they never get back to you.
Well, I think part of it too is most of the spots that we looked at were either run down or under renovation, and the renovation costs, a couple of the spots didn't have bathrooms, so installing a bathroom,
Almost all of them.
right? But I mean, installing
Yeah.
a bathroom isn't cheap, especially now with plywood at $100,000 a sheet. So they've got to do the renovations. Some of the places that we looked at, the windows were out.
Mhm.
Wow.
So in the winter you can't have the windows out. It makes it a little chilly.
It was chilly. Yeah, it was chilly in there.
Makes
when we went in
heating the
there.
space a little bit more difficult.
Now, Paul, they were wide open spots and everything, but at the Slater Mill Mall, but they haven't been occupied in 20 plus years.
Yeah.
And I told Chris, that's not an exaggeration.
Yeah.
It's been well over 20 years.
My feelings are anything is better than nothing.
Yeah.
If you're paying them 50 cents on a square foot or whatever, it beats nothing.
Yeah. Most of them don't even have running water,
Mhm.
like Chris was saying. Never mind a toilet. So
Never
who the
mind.
hell's going to rent that?
Exactly.
I wouldn't go in there anyway. To me, it's just too dangerous because how do you get out?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
I mean, I don't even like going over there for the what do they call it? The
Flea
market?
Because once you get in there, how the hell do you get out of that place?
Jump.
That's about it. It's not a very. Plus, it's old. It's dry. You don't know about
Mhm.
those old buildings.
Well, it's brick and it's been there for a long time. So I think
Now it's brick on the outside, but wood on the inside. That's dried and full.
I
of
don't
dust.
know. It was
Oily. It's got oily
it
floors.
seemed like brick when we were in there.
Well, I'll say that when we were over there, some of the spaces, I didn't see any kind of fire suppression
Yeah.
It's not.
in the ceilings or anything.
Ain't going to be any of that. The building's old. I never had it when it was built.
Mm-hmm.
I think everybody, I want to go ahead and say, I think everybody's resolution for 2022 is to make sure that they don't participate in the SNSN chat room during a show. We've done well, folks. Good job.
That's right. They're starting early.
That's it.
Well,
They're
people-
practicing now.
Don't forget, people are off today. So people
They've been off all week. They've been off all year.
Well,
I've always been a little
but
off.
I'm
today-
just
but-
off.
But today's the holiday, so people are probably sleeping in.
All right, Chris, actually, your first question
Uh-oh.
Right.
From?
from Laura.
Hi, Laura.
What team is going to win the Super Bowl?
The New England Patriots.
There we Well, boy.
Wow.
Really?
They're going to make a comeback in the second half.
Okay.
Yeah. In case you couldn't see, Laura,
See
there was
that.
an eye roll there. They were great, as long as they had Brady.
yeah.
And then, and Gronkowski,
You know,
they left and then won the Super Bowl the
Edelman,
next
you know,
year.
yeah.
So, it's not just them, but yeah, it's just them.
I think that is the one that's going to win the Super Bowl this year is going to be the Baltimore Orioles.
I
Yeah.
was thinking that.
The Baltimore Orioles.
Yeah, I'll go to bat for that.
San Francisco Giants. Yeah.
Boston Bruins.
Yeah, Bruins. I think they got a good shot.
Yeah.
Shows you how much I follow football. Speaking of which,
Yeah.
do you, a couple of years ago they had the rebranding or whatever of the XFL. right before the pandemic started.
Is this the Vince McMahon
Yes.
XFL?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, Vince McMahon had the XFL back in the 80s with Dick Ebersol from
Right.
NBC. Just flopped.
Yeah.
So then they redid it and even had Andrew Luck's father who was running the whole thing. They had eight teams,
Mhm.
and it was enjoyable.
Yeah.
I watched it. It was fun. It was fun football to watch.
Do you know what Vince McMahon introduced to football? The cable cam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, Vince McMahon he's groundbreaking.
He's not stupid.
He's a genius, that guy. He's an absolute genius.
We can go out on a limb and say that his bodybuilding federation wasn't probably
you
the
remember
best.
that? No, that
Wasn't probably the best idea.
No, you got to sometimes you got to flop before
Yeah.
you can win. But so anyway, it was fun football, and they were gaining ground and they were gaining traction as the XFL. Then COVID hit.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then they folded. And then do you know what happened after that?
No.
The Rock bought it.
Did he?
The Rock bought the XFL from McMahon.
Does he own the XFL now?
Well, yes, and they rebranded it back to you remember the USFL,
Mm-hmm.
United
I do.
States Football League?
Yep.
Back in the 90s, 80s, 90s, lasted for about 5 seasons, maybe.
Right.
They have rebranded it as the USFL. So the XFL is coming back next year as the USFL under the tutelage of Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Do you think it'll be considered kind of like the minor leagues in baseball where players will go to the USFL first and then potentially go to the show?
I think it might be a proving ground for the NFL.
Yeah.
So sure, but I think the way the game is formatted, it was really, really cool. Like the extra points, did you want to go for the 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, or whatever, depending on, you don't have that in the NFL. They have different rules, and it was really cool. It was really, really cool. So I'm looking forward to it.
Wow.
And I hope they keep the same rules as they did in the XFL, because it was groundbreaking.
Mm-hmm.
It was new and very fresh.
Yeah. Well, Lord knows
so-
The Rock's got enough money to lose if he has to.
It's the highest paid man in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
And guess who created him? Vince McMahon.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah, because his dad worked for Vince McMahon.
Oh,
He was Rocky Johnson.
gotcha.
Yep.
And actually, it's that whole Samoan lineage.
There is a heavy
Yeah.
Samoan lineage in wrestling.
Even the current top guy, Roman Reigns.
Mm-hmm. Did you
It's
see
all
that Scott or Rick Steiner's son?
Braun Breaker. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. He's going to be the next big thing. right there.
I think so.
Do you know how many matches he's actually been in?
2.
10.
Wow.
Never did the independent circuit or anything like that. Just went right in. There's a guy, I don't know if you ever remember the Steiner Brothers.
No.
They were huge back in the 80s and
Mhm.
in the
Technically,
90s.
they were very, very good wrestlers.
Yeah, well, they went to Michigan.
Yeah.
They were all All-Americans out of Michigan. Most of them now
Mm-hmm.
are All-Americans or Olympians or whatever
Yep.
that get into it. They were just popular and very successful for years. Now, one of the guys, Rick Steiner, his son, who played a little bit in the NFL,
Yep.
college football, he got cut, and all of a sudden, boom, he started training with the WWE. And
Well, between his dad and his uncle, he's got a hell of a training team.
he looks a lot like his dad.
He does.
He looks a lot like his dad.
his dad.
And his name is Bronson Rechsteiner.
Well, that's a good name to remember.
Well, and what it was Rick and Scott Steiner.
Oh.
So Bronson just dropped the son, and he's Braun, and then I don't know where Breaker came from.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's
I can still go back and watch those matches with the Steiner brothers. They were entertaining.
Yeah. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Yep.
The dog face gremlin. And they're trying to go ahead and slough it off, just to kind of create his own persona, but too many people know.
Yeah, exactly.
Too many people know who he is and stuff. So I don't know. So we're kind of going off Chris, looks like your hair is on fire.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's from Hunger Games.
It's Heat Miser live right here at SNSN. He's Mr. 101. So yeah, so nobody has got anything to say today.
No questions.
No, they're already drinking.
All right, good.
They're already drinking, and I don't know, we had some good shows this week. We had we had a bunch of high school athletes yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
It was high school athletes that are really good but didn't go to Griswold.
Okay.
And they're from Griswold. They're all homegrown. You know, we had a young man by the name of Soren Reef who played youth football here and now goes to Killingly as part of the agricultural program there.
Okay. Now, did he go there for the football or did he go there for the agricultural program?
Well, you have to go for the agricultural program or else you can't go.
I understand that, but did he go there for the football or did he go there for the agricultural program?
I'm going to say, well, probably the agricultural program.
Okay.
Let's stick with that. He's a good kid.
Yeah.
Very good kid. Very well spoken.
Yeah.
Just a very nice kid. Very athletic.
Mhm.
And I mean, he even gave us some time, you know, to be on the show yesterday morning, and he was right before he was in a wrestling match.
There you go.
So he had a wrestling meet with Killingly High School. So he is 12-0.
Wow.
He's 12-0.
So
good
he
job,
crossed
Soren.
streams.
Yeah, he's a beast, man. This kid's a beast. We had Cole Gear, who, of course, his dad being Bo Gear,
Mhm.
who runs and owns the Overlook at Gear Tree Farm. You know, from the Gear family. Everybody knows the Gear family in town. Plus, Bo was quite the legend at Griswold High School. You know, he's got almost a whole wall dedicated to him and a whole trophy case dedicated to him. And you talk to him, he's kind of like, you know, he's very modest about it.
Mhm.
I don't know if he's that comfortable talking about it. Well, he's
I just
you know,
like playing the game.
yeah, whatever. But Cole, his son, went to he's going to Deerfield Academy up in Massachusetts.
Mhm.
So another
That's a hell of a
homegrown kid. Well, no commute. He's living up there.
Okay.
So we had Dylan Fryer, who
Scott Fryer's.
Scott's
Yep.
son, who goes to Cheshire Academy, and he just made all-state prep large school lacrosse. So he's an all-state athlete in a prep school.
Yeah.
So these are kids again, you know, that homegrown here in Griswold that have gone elsewhere. And then there's Seth Cunningham. Seth won probably the biggest award out of all of them. He got All Area Football Player of the Year.
Wow.
Now, this took the Thames Valley Conference, the ECC, everything, and put everything into one boat. And he was the number one player. He was a running back. And again, he was in here yesterday. We were talking. Very nice kid. So these athletes, you know, I mean, we should be proud of these kids,
Oh, yeah.
you know, for what they bring to the table. So
There's a lot of commitment involved with becoming a high school athlete.
Yeah. And there are kids who think that they're just good enough and don't commit, and then
Mhm.
they don't get anywhere. You got to put in the work.
Right.
Like, for example, ones I think about right away is the Strain triplets. Those kids, they train 365 days a year, 7 days a week. They're multi-sport athletes,
Mhm.
track, cross country, basketball, you know, so, and they're very quick. And these kids are incredible athletes, and they're good kids.
And they'll
Good-
get picked up for scholarships for college.
Exactly. But they put in the work.
Exactly.
You got to put in the work after. Soren Reef was talking about, you got to put in the work. You know, he's talking about the work that you don't see on the field,
Right.
or anything.
After the final whistle, there's still work to do.
Yeah. So it's awesome. So we have some really good kids to be really proud of. Of course, our own athletes, you know, that choose to stay,
Mm-hmm.
you know, at within the Griswold system. But even the kids who go away, I don't think they get enough play, you know. You know,
Right.
we don't. It's like they go away, and it's like, you know, where'd they go? But they're incredible athletes, and we should celebrate them, just like the ones we have here.
Yep.
That stay here. So, Chris, why don't you ask Paul something? Let's do. How would it work if we did Ask Paul anything?
We can get very good far.
Okay, Paul, ready?
Yeah.
Here we
If
go.
you're driving down Main Street in your canoe and a wheel falls off, how many pancakes will it take to cover a doghouse that color?
Let me see. Let's see. X over A over X times 2. I think it would probably take 36.
Damn, you nailed it.
36. There you go. There you go.
Attaboy,
Very good.
Paul.
Very good. I lost me. You
Well,
totally lost me.
I had to bring the old algebra back in again with the X being the minus thing.
Yeah.
You know, I go on YouTube every once in a while. They'll have how to solve calculus or solve algebra or stuff. And I'll watch the video and I still have no clue what they just did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget what the rules were. Minus and a minus is a plus, and a plus and a minus is a minus, I believe, or something with the highest number. I forget. I did my own.
Yeah, exactly. And then you have to know the order of figuring out the equation.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, parentheses are first, and then
I think some of the hardest
Multiplication.
some of the hardest math classes I took was like calculus.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I had a hard time.
I stayed away from that crap.
Oh man, I had a hard time.
Hardest math class I ever took was third grade math.
Geez, oh yeah, multiplication.
3 times 2 is
12.
crap. No, I was did pretty good in that. So, Laura, you got your answer, okay? What team's going to win the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
The Patriots.
Griswold.
Griswold, yeah, Griswold's going to be
Wolverines.
Well,
You're
you
stepping up.
forgot that you had on the Ghost Hunters.
The
I
kid
didn't
ghost
forget.
hunters.
Huh? Yeah,
I didn't forget.
the little kids.
Yeah, I caught a little bit of that.
It's like amazing.
Oh, these kids. There was that young boy, Maddox. He's 12 years old, who was just talking about what it's like being 12 and
Yeah.
having these or being a part of this world, of the
Mhm.
paranormal.
Yeah.
It was really good. So it's still posted up on YouTube if anybody wants to go watch that. The Kids Paranormal Society. That was what, Wednesday? Yeah, it was Wednesday. All right, a question from Roxana. You ready, Chris?
All right, go ahead.
What is the weirdest smell you have ever smelled? Can I answer that first?
Absolutely.
All right, Paul. Anyway, go ahead. Your turn.
Yeah, I was going to say old people. Yeah. I actually took a picture of my 4 kids sitting on the couch and I sent it to my mom, and each one of them held up a sign and it said, "Old people smell funny."
So, what is the weirdest smell you have ever smelled? Is
Old
it?
people.
Oh, it is.
Oh,
Old
yeah. Oh, yeah.
people. Okay.
Well, let me rephrase that and say people older than me,
All right.
like Paul.
Okay.
I can tell you on this side of the desk, there's a little bit of a waft going on.
Yeah.
So
what you're saying, it's like baby powder laced with urine.
and
Hey,
Ben,
there we go.
and Ben Gay.
And Ben Gay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my father. He's got Ben Gay all over the place.
I don't use that.
Huh? Oh, my dad. Oh, yeah. Yeah. He's, I want to say, I look at him and go, "Hey, Mentholyptus, welcome." But yeah, no, he's like, "Yeah, I got to keep everything going." I'm thinking it's because you're keeping everybody away.
He's got a 50-gallon drum full of the stuff. He just kind of soaks himself in it.
You know, my dad has his things, and his things are Ben Gay, cod liver oil.
Yep.
Okay, cod liver oil. He doesn't even put it in a spoon. No, he just takes a swig.
Swigs out of the bottle, yeah.
And I don't know where he gets it, but cod liver oil, he has orange flavor. Who the gets orange flavor? If you're going to take cod liver oil, nut up. Just drink the damn cod liver oil. God, just do it. Just do it.
I wonder how they get the oil out of the cod. Do they milk them or what?
Squeeze that shit, man. Saying, help me.
They have something called a cod press. They throw a bunch of cod in there and just squish it down.
There's my dad under the conveyor belt with his mouth open. Ah!
Oh, man.
Cod liver oil. He swears by it. And I got to say, my dad is very healthy and always has been. And he barely ever gets sick. Knock on wood. He just had COVID, but he scored through that.
But he was
so-
healthy going into it, so he was
Yeah.
healthy coming out the backside. Yep.
And of course, you get word, the man's 79 years old.
Right.
Unvaccinated.
Mm-hmm.
you know. So, but you know,
But now he has antibodies.
yeah, he's gonna outlive the cockroaches. That guy.
Oh yeah,
He really is.
he'll outlive COVID.
Huh?
He'll outlive COVID.
Well, let's hope we all do.
He might have to be 120 by then, but
And again, the 16th booster shot.
yes,
So, all right. Well, we had a good week. We had a good year.
that's right.
You know, it's as good as you make it, right?
It was good enough.
It was good.
I see what you did there.
Did you get that one, Paul?
I'll go slow and use little words next time, Paul.
Ready?
I was actually drinking.
It was good enough.
I wasn't paying attention.
Chris, good enough.
Good enough.
Oh my God.
Well, Happy New Year.
And on that note,
Happy New Year.
On that note, we're out.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year, everybody. We will see you once again. Be forgot. Na, 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 na.
that's all.
You'll let me go on that one.
That's all we
I
know.
think it's time to shut it off.
Laura says, see you next year. Laura, thank you.
Bye, Laura.
See you next year too, Laura. And we will see you on the third day of 2022.
Oh, that's right. Because tomorrow,
Yeah.
third day.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right. Happy New Year, guys.
Goodbye.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Gambling, tobacco, and alcohol are all legal for adults. For those under 21, providing these things can land you in jail. It's 21 for a reason.
Be someone your child can depend on and trust. Model behavior that expresses you care about them and their choices. Encourage them to wait until 21 to try alcohol. It is 21 for a reason. Visit CIRACCT.org for more information.
Brought to you by CIRAC and funded in partnership with SAMHSA. It's 21 for a reason. Find out more at CIRACCT.org.
Hello, I'm Miranda Mahoney, Project Coordinator of Grizzle Pride, your drug-free community coalition. We want to help you keep your kids safe during this challenging time. Social distancing is still in effect, and so is the social host law. Reports are coming in that teens are contracting the virus at underage drinking